Om Shanti. In today's Murli, we will first take the blessing. Today in the blessing, Baba is saying, may your intellect have faith and overcome even big situations of Maya by making them small as a victorious soul. So, what does this mean? Baba says that you, the soul, have the capacity to make something big or make it small, right? Because the saying is, wherever attention goes, energy flows and that thing grows. So, I, the soul, have this unique ability to focus my attention on something or not focus on it. And when I give something my thought, my time, my energy, my voice, then it grows. And if I withdraw myself from that thing, then it automatically becomes powerless. But the thing is that we do exactly the opposite. And there are people who, in the name of meditation, there are whole paths in the world which tell you that when you have a problem or somebody has a problem, then what you do is you start chanting for that problem and you start, focusing on that problem. Now, this is what most people are doing in the world. Now, the thing is, if you are focusing on the problem, then the problem will only increase. Any situation, any physical condition, any problem with the relationship, with the finance, anything, if you are focusing on it, you are increasing it. Just know that. Because the soul is giving the capacity of the mind, buddhi, thought to that issue, and that will grow. And then sometimes you are only mentally resisting something. I don't like this, I don't want it. But then that's another method of focusing on it. And when you're mentally resisting something all the time, then it is on your mind all the time and it is getting your mental energy. And that is why, it is said, whatever you resist will persist. So when you are consciously paying attention, because you think that's the way to solve it, because most people teach that you look at the problem and then focus on it and then keep giving it vibrations. But then if you are giving the vibration to the problem, then the problem is getting the vibration. And then it is, it is being fed with a lot of energy and it is growing. So Baba says that this is not the method. And even, children who don't understand Gyan. Now the weird thing is, why don't we understand Gyan? So Gyan is being told so explicitly, every day Baba is speaking the Murli in words and it is very clear. But why don't we understand Gyan? Because in another class I told you, we listen what we want to listen to. when something is being told, we are always hearing what we want to hear rather than what is actually being told. And this is the issue why even in Gyan, children make the same mistakes that they do in Agyan. And Gyan is all about, so the first step in Gyan is withdraw your attention from the body and the physical world. Yes, so what is Raj Yoga? Raj Yoga is, yes, what is Raj Yoga? Raj Yoga is देह सहित देह के सर्व धर्मों और संबंधों से बुद्धि निकाल, अपने को आत्मा समझ, शिव बाबा को याद करो. Which means you withdraw your buddhi from the body, bodily relations, bodily religions, and consider yourself to be a soul. And then remember Baba. So the first piece of knowledge is you withdraw your attention from the body, the bodily relations and the bodily religions. Religions doesn't only mean whether you're a Hindu or a Muslim or whatever, but your entire belief system is a product of your religion. So whether you think you're in body consciousness, you are a Hindu or a mother or a boss or an employee or male or female, everything is your religion. It becomes your religion because it starts guiding your actions. So all those labels and titles you have to leave. So Baba says that this is what Baba has come to tell us, and Baba is not promising to make our life conditions better right now. Baba says, no, you have a lot of karmic settlement to make and it cannot get right just now. But once you finish all those karmic settlements, by having love for Baba and for Baba's teachings. So Baba today says that when you have love for me, I will fulfill all your desires. So you have the desire for health, wealth, happiness, prosperity, everything will be fulfilled, but in Satyug. So this one birth, we have to, with love for Baba, for the sake of love for Baba, we have to, that love has to give us the power to do what we think was impossible. So this love for Baba has to be so deep, so profound, so real, and so based on understanding that this love helps me to withdraw my attention from everything that I think I love and which I am spoiling with my love. So everything is an impure state. So if you love it, you are making it more impure. So have you seen that when somebody is physically unwell, then what do? You pick up the phone, you ask them in detail what's going on in their body, and then what do? You keep that in your mind, and then you keep giving the energy of sorrow to it, and then you keep discussing it with others, and then you keep pulling their energy of sorrow to it. And then what you're doing, you're making that person's health worse and worse every day. And there is this one brother, and he has a child, and then his child had to go through some treatment, and then he asked whether he should let all the family members know about the treatment that he has to undergo. And I said there's no need, because everybody in the world, what they know is feel sorry for something, feel sad for something. So even when you go and pay your condolences, what do you say? I'm very sorry for your loss. So what energy are you giving it? You are giving it the energy of sorrow, the energy of, the sense of loss. And then if you are giving your attention to something and multiplying that state of sorrow, asking others also to contribute to it, then what happens? The problem doesn't finish, the problem only grows. And when you speak about it, you discuss it with 10,000 people, then it is only growing. Yes, and nobody in the world knows how to bless, because blessing is the privilege of the powerful. Blessing cannot be given by the soul who is itself disempowered. So if I am myself in a state of low consciousness, can I give blessing? I cannot give blessing. So every soul in the world today is in a state of very low consciousness. So when you are putting your problem out there, you are not inviting blessings. You are inviting the opposite of blessings. And so you have to understand that the only one who can help you with the problem is Baba. And when you are in tune with Baba and you have left that thing to Baba and you're doing the needful without even, without focusing on the issue at hand, you're just, you're not focusing on what it is, but only on what you have to do. And taking that instruction from Baba and doing the needful, only then does it not multiply. So this is something we need to understand. And these days, even when there is an issue in relationships, what do? You get 10 other people involved, you are discussing it day in and day out, and you are also speaking about it to other people. And then what's happening? That relationship is doomed forever. You cannot make it right again. So Baba says it is in your hand to make a big problem small or a small problem big. And Baba today says a very beautiful thing. Baba says that, so no matter how big a situation of Maya comes in front of you, you can become bigger than that, and that thing will then become small. So when there is a big situation, you become bigger than that. Yes, you become bigger than that by having a relationship with the one who is the biggest and focusing all your attention and energy on the one who is the highest, the almighty, the biggest, who is Baba. So when you become bigger than the problem, then the problem becomes small on its own. And if you focus on the problem, you focus on Baba, you become bigger than the problem. And it is that same focus. You don't have two minds, you don't have two buddhis. You have one mind, one buddhi. Either you will focus on the problem or on Baba. Because they are in two different, they are vibrating at two different frequencies. So you cannot connect with both of them at the same time. So it is either focusing on the problem or on Baba. And when you are focusing on Baba, when you are in yoga with Baba, then you become bigger than the problem. So if there is a big problem, then all you need to do is completely not think about it and only remember Baba. And at that time, when you are merged in Baba's love, then the problem will become very small, and then one shift. So, when something is very small, you don't need to make a lot of effort to shove it. Just one shift of the hand will shove it. So, just with one action, it will go away. But you have to become bigger than it. And Baba usually gives this example of someone who is walking and then they encounter a hill on the way. And then when you are, when you are little and the hill is very big, then the hill becomes an obstacle for you. So, will you take a hammer and try to break the hill down? If you do that, how long will it take? And your whole life will be spent in breaking that hill down. But if you just grew wings and you flew like a bird, yes, then that hill would be very down below and you could fly. And Baba says, earlier you couldn't fly, you didn't have the wings of Gyan and Yoga. But now you, the soul, can fly. I have given you the wings of Gyan and Yoga. And whenever there is a hill, there is a supposed hill in front of you, you fly. You release your wings of Gyan and Yoga and you rise higher than the hill and you cross it. Yes, you don't have to change the world. You have to raise your consciousness higher than the low consciousness of the world. And then the world will, the size of the problem will start shifting in proportion to your state of consciousness. That is the law. So Baba says that understand this. And sometimes in Raj Yoga also, because children don't understand it right, they say, I'm giving sakash to the ill body, or I'm giving sakash to this relationship or this situation. But it's not like you're giving sakash to it. Sakash, when you are with Baba, sitting with Baba, then automatically where you are sitting is receiving sakash. Yes, so you see, you are automatically connected to your life situations. And when you're with Baba, then you are the Master Almighty at that time. And then all your life situations are receiving the healing energy of Baba, the empowering, enriching energy of Baba. So, have you seen the sun thinking about where it has to shine and who it has to give the light and heat? Does the sun think like that? No, the sun shines and automatically everything receives light from it. Now, let's say the sun one day decided that I just want to focus on the North Pole. Yes, nobody else. Then what happens is that one place will receive light, but the whole world will be dark that day. Yes, so Baba says that you have to understand that receiving, so when you rise up above, so when you come down, you think that I have to nurture this, this, this and this, then your range is reduced, you have come down and you are only focusing on these 4 things, and then you are focusing on the problem because you don't even know how to focus on the right thing. So you are not even focusing on the healthy body, you are focusing on the ill body, and then the illness is growing. But if you just were in your place with Baba, with the highest, the mightiest, and then you are just being yourself, being the peaceful, powerful, pure soul that you're supposed to be, then everything around you is automatically getting nurtured and healed. So this is something that Baba is pointing out today. And then Baba today in the slogan says, make the bestower of blessings your true companion, and your apron will become full of blessings. So who is your companion? So, your companion is able to influence your state of being. So, you become like the one who you have yoga with, and you have natural yoga with that one who you consider to be your companion. Yes, have you seen that when you get married and you think that this person is your companion, then you feel half without that person. It's like you and he or you and she together are a full frame. And then when you are moving without that person, it's like you're moving half of yourself, and then the other half is not there. And then, it is so deeply embedded that even when other people are looking at you, they say, where is the other half? So they can see that other one missing. That is so strong because you are in that family picture, and then when children come in, they also join the family picture, and then you are a full frame. And when you are not with all of them, it's like something is missing and something is empty, and half of you is going around and the other half is not there. And it's such a strong thing. And Baba says that that is what you think, that is what you call a companion. So up until now, we thought human beings are our companions. And that is why we became reflections of each other. And that is why two half full people are driving the half fullness out of each other. Yes, so we are becoming, two half full are coming together, and then we are becoming 1/4, because we are drawing out the half full out of each other. And then this is what company and companion is doing to you. And Baba says, now you realize that the one who gives you virtues, powers, blessings, because the one who is capable of giving you all of that is only Baba. So have you made Baba your companion like that? Is when someone sees you, they see Baba with you. Yes, when someone sees you, they can see Baba with you. So are you and Baba combined in that way? And if you want to become if you want to have your apron full of blessings, then you have to make the bestower of blessings your companion. And you see that when people sit in silence, they remember all the opposites of blessings that their companion has given them. So, all those people, all those human beings who you think are your companion, they at some point of the other, they keep giving you the opposite of blessings. Do they not? Don't you remember 10 hurtful lines they spoke, or 20 things they said which were the opposite of blessings? And do you remember that when you consider somebody your companion, that keeps coming to you as a memory? So if you loved your parents, and then on some occasion they were hurt and disappointed, and they said that you will never be happy because you gave us sorrow. If some parent has said that, then that child never forgets it. And the child keeps revising it whenever it's always there in the subconscious. And then you see that is working in your life because you have considered that person to be your companion, somebody close to your heart, and that's why you're carrying that wound inside you. So it's all because of how much value you give to the other person in your life. Now you see, there are many people walking on the street, they say something to you and walk away, or you're having a one-time interaction with somebody and they are upset and they say something. You don't hold that in your heart, do you? No. But here you keep receiving, and you see, if you make those souls your companion who are not capable of giving blessings all the time. So it's not like they don't give you blessings, they give you blessings when they are in good mood or when their expectations are being fulfilled. And then in a moment it shifts. In a moment it shifts, and the thoughts, the words, the kind of, talk they have, that stays with you. And there is this one child, and he's suffering from acute anxiety. And when his parents brought him to me, so the first thing his parents said is, we keep telling him something or the other since childhood, and we didn't realize he was listening so intently to us. And whatever we said, he has internalized. So, when you are angry or you are in a bad mood, you say something, but you don't really mean it. But then you say it anyway, and this child has internalized everything. So, this is why he is in anxiety. So, this is what happens when you make. So, you see, nobody is bad, but people are weak. And they are not, they don't have the capacity to choose their words and their expressions and their behaviors wisely. But if I'm not wise enough to understand that this is not my companion, my companion is Baba. And only when I make the bestower of blessings my companion, then my apron will be full of blessings. I will always remember that I am showered with blessings. I have only blessings in my life because Baba only gives blessings. And other souls, because we are weak, so we will sometime or the other give the opposite of blessings. Yes, so Baba says that if you want to only receive blessings, make the bestower of blessings your companion. Don't make anybody your companion. And this is a buddhi thing, it's not physical. You may live with people, you live with your colleagues all day, but are they your companion? No. So sharing physical space and companionship are two different things. So who you're making your companion is very important. And then in the Murli today, Baba is talking about this not getting trapped in name and form. And Baba is talking about the real decoration. In Hindi, it is called Shringar. So, the adornment probably. So, Baba says that Baba has come to adorn you souls with the real adornment. What is real? Real is that which is not perishable. So, real is that which is, which will stay with you after you leave the body. So, these days people are taking so much care of their physical beauty. Yes, and the other day somebody was telling me they even, there is this treatment where they allow leeches to suck the blood of their skin so that their skin could be healthy. And I found that miraculous. It was amazing that people can go to this length, endure that much of pain to just think that their body is changing and they are looking more beautiful. But Baba says that, okay, even if you are able to do that, then aging will happen and you cannot stop aging. You cannot stop leaving the body. So Baba says, even with all these efforts, this adornment, this shringar is temporary, because anyways you will leave the body. But Baba says the true shringar that will go with you is the shringar of the soul. So the soul has to adorn itself with virtues. And Baba says that pay attention to that adornment now, because you have to go to the new world, to your in-laws place. Baba says your in-laws place, your sasural is Satyug. And in that, so when people go to in-laws place, when they go to sasural, they really adorn themselves beautifully. So Baba says now you have to go to your real sasural, which is Satyug. So you, the soul, better have a good adornment before that. And that is the adornment of virtues, purity, purity, cheerfulness, patience, fearlessness. All these are the decoration of the soul that we need to do before we go. So first thing is, how do we do this? Through knowledge and yoga. So knowledge and yoga. So yoga with the one who has all the virtues and knowledge of the virtues. So let's say you are having yoga with Baba and thinking that Baba is the ocean of purity. But if you don't understand purity, can you become pure through that yoga? No, because you need knowledge and yoga, because you connect, your yoga is as good as your knowledge. Yes, so when you meet me, you can take the benefit from me as much as you know me. Yes, if you don't know me, you cannot benefit by connecting with me. Yes, so I will give you a very simple example. The other day, I told someone to call up the grocery store, and then they called up the grocery store and they gave the list of the grocery and they hung up. And then I said, why didn't you order this soap and the shampoo also? Then he said, I didn't know that's available there. So I said, no, it's available there. You call up again and you order the soap and the shampoo also. So you see that when you don't know what's available, even if you call up, you will not order it. So you are dialing Baba's number, but if you don't know what is available with Baba, or what does it look like or feel like, how can you draw it into you? So Baba says Baba is the ocean of all virtues, the ocean of patience, the ocean of the tolerance, the ocean of purity, the ocean of love. But you have to have knowledge properly of what it means to be pure, what it means to be loveful. So in yesterday's discussion also in the class, I was talking about this. So Baba says you must have true love for everybody like me. But what does Baba do when he loves you? He teaches you, he guides you, he pushes you to adopt purity, he pushes you to withdraw your attention from the old world and remember Baba. So that's what love is. So when you listen to the Murli and you don't have the knowledge, then what happens is you hear that Baba is telling us to be very sweet, and then what you do is you go and be sweet and nice to somebody, and then you get trapped in their lust and attachment. So that is not what Baba is saying. So that's why Baba says, if you want to be virtuous, you have to have knowledge and yoga. So remembering Baba, and remembering Baba by understanding what Baba speaks through the Murli. So the Murli is our foundation for knowledge, and through the knowledge of what Baba is saying, and based on that understanding of who Baba is, what Baba does, what he says, how he defines everything, when we sit in silence and have yoga with Baba and experience that we are drawing into ourselves, that's how you become virtuous. And then, just like when you're prescribed a medicine, you are also prescribed what you have to, what do you say, what you have to abstain from. Yes, so parhez. So you are also prescribed what you have to be careful about. So Baba says, become virtuous through knowledge and yoga, because you have to go to your sasural. This is one thing. Second thing is, beware of body consciousness, because when body consciousness comes, you give up your virtue. Yes, when body consciousness comes, you give up your virtue. Have you seen that when you are with other people, people who you are not attached to, then it makes so much sense that you have to elevate them, and you have to give them the true knowledge, and you have to relieve them of their pain. But when you are with people who you love, with your own family members, then giving them gyan looks like a very bad idea. And making them knowledgeful and teaching them yoga looks like a very bad idea. It looks like this person on earth will never get it. And I shouldn't be probably teaching this to this person. Why? Because when you're body conscious, you cannot stay knowledgeful, truly loveful, truly peaceful. So purity looks like a bad idea, love looks like a bad idea, all attachment, lust, anger, greed, they look like a very good idea at that time. And you also start doubting whether gyan is true or not, because you think that, here gossiping makes sense and speaking ill makes sense, but if I tell them that this is not the right thing to talk about, or let's not gossip, probably it's not a good idea to say that there. So body consciousness, just becomes like a cloud which clouds all your awareness, and it is not able to, it doesn't allow you to make the right discernment and decision. So Baba says, and for that you have to practice that I am a soul. So you cannot become you cannot be not body conscious by thinking about not being body conscious. So you have to really practice that I am a soul, I am separate from this body, and the more and more you practice, the more and more you build that stage of soul consciousness, you will be able to keep up your virtues. You will not lose your virtues come what may. And you will be able to, and by being virtuous, you will be able to donate those virtues to others also. So Baba says, this is what is today's Murli today.